Hello everybody and welcome to Alex Bites. I'm your host, alexanderberlin, and it's time for another cast of Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Trevor. I've got another 1v1 ladder match today. The map is Farce in the Forest. Our players are alexanderberlin and the Rev 213. The heads up, this was another cast done live on the stream. If you're interested in that sort of thing, you can find the information in the description below. That's about all I've got for you, and hope that you enjoyed the match. Let's go ahead and hop into it. I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, welcome. Wait, no, that's not how my introduction goes. Here we are into the match. We've got ourselves alexanderberlin versus the Rev 213 in Farce in the Forest. Let's go ahead and split that map off so we can see both players' openings. We're going to go ahead and just turn off that map there for just a second. The Rev here is in the bottom left. Our Seraphim player, blue color, rank 1085. We got alexanderberlin in the top right as our 1200 ranked 49 player with Aeon red. Did I restart the game? No. I decided to go ahead and keep with the cast. Go ahead and let that mistake be a part of it. It'll be a fun little feature. We got this game is like, not quite like Civ, this is an RTS. Think of it like, I mean, if you really need a reference, think of the Supreme Commander kind of like StarCraft, except much more bigger paced, much less micro-focused, and a lot more awesome. Just ask anybody, it's true. Anyway, this is, yeah. So yeah, we're just doing a cast here. This is going to be put up on YouTube. So as a heads up for everybody on YouTube, but this is me just doing a cast on the stream yet again, because what can I say? I'm pretty lazy about things, and why not just double up on my time? Anyway, we got ourselves some stuff going up there. We got land factories going out for both players there. alexanderberlin is going for the tree reclaim right off the bat. Let's just stick out these indicators right off the bat here. See how the mass and energy income's going to go. It looks like the Rev here has got a little bit better engineer spread, it seems like. Maybe though, alexanderberlin is going to be getting a little bit more building stuff happening right out the gate, so maybe it'll end up well for him, especially with all that tree reclaim. However, he's reclaiming individual trees, which as we all know at this point, perhaps this is not quite that good. Like, he got that tree clump there, but all these individual trees are not much time. Take too much time. Oh wait, these are tree clumps too. It's kind of a mix. Anyway, palm tree, be nice to the YouTube people. I watch too much stuff on YouTube. Anyway, let's go ahead and split off this map now that we have all the stuff happening up there. Where's my mini-map? Here it is. Mini-map. Alright, cool. So anyway, we got a little bit... never mind. So I thought the Rev was going to have a much better early spread there with the engineers, but he kind of stopped with those first two. Got that one down there, which is probably going to go down to that bomber. And no, it's alright, you know, we can pity those poor fools who have to wait an entire day to be able to see this fun action. Anyway, this engineer is going to go pop, I would imagine. Poor thing's just trying to build a mass extractor in life, but bomb goes down and poof, down he goes. Steal the kill from that lab, by the way. Nearly killed the lab with that. Oh man, talk about Game Maker. I got a Game Maker thing on PS2 way back in the day. Did not make very good games with it, let me tell you. Oh no, it was RPG Maker, not Game Maker. Anyway, that bomber having a whole lot of fun there. 3 kills to his name right now. That second air factory from alexanderberlin definitely paying for itself pretty well, I'd say. Although we have a Tham here trying to get some work done, but ha, joke's on him, there's no engineer back here. So sadly, he's just currently getting chased down by a scout of all things. Slowly tickled to death. At 2 HP per shot, that guy's going to be able to run around for a while. Anyway, we have a lab here denying an engineer there for the time being. So alexanderberlin doing a very good job, a much more effective job at the current rating. Looks like he's got a Tham going up there, but it should be stopped by an Aurora if the micro is good. And yeah, so far with the early aggression, despite the fact that the Rev here seems to be grabbing a little bit more territory, I feel like, you know, if we're going to go ahead and project an early estimate, I'm thinking that this is going to swing for alexanderberlin, who's just doing a much better job, I think, on the early aggression, just in these tiny fractional ways. But, as I say that, this Tham here, killing off 2 engineers, completely ran past that Aurora tank. That is going to be a very nice pickup. However, we have a Comm charging right for the middle. Right now, the commander is just busy building a land factory for the Rev, so this commander is going to have a great time. There's going to be a small bank of tanks here who do not realize the folly of their decision making, and they're going to run right into a commander. That right there is a death sentence. You know, it's always fun when you bump up the speed, because it just makes them look so silly when they're walking. Like, there's just something about the rate that commander walks that just makes it look so funny. Anyway. Of course I say that, and then all of a sudden he stops walking. But yeah, we got a lot more spam coming out right now for Alexander-Berlin. So I have a feeling that this eco advantage that the Rev had early on is not going to go very far for him. That bomber there just chilling out, waiting for any unsuspecting engineers. Looks like this one might walk in there and get taken out by yet another bomber. We have a whole lot of aggression, so this side of the base is going to be cleared off. Those expansions are going to be cleared off there. And man, let me tell you, this is looking pretty decisively in Alexander-Berlin's favor at the moment. Let's go ahead and assess how he's doing in the base right now. He's got himself 1 air factory, 5 land factories just building away. 2 engineers just chilling out. Thought they might be doing a mass extractor upgrade, but that's not the case. Over here in the main base for the Rev, we've got 4 land factories, 1 air factory. And I do not live in California, I live up in Oregon. Pretty close. Let's see, we've got a nice little defense here on the top from the Rev. But he's looking more and more vulnerable as time goes on, down in this way. And air is pretty decisively, well, I wouldn't say pretty decisively, but air is definitely in favor of the Rev, who has not only interceptors, but also anti-air. So pretty much for Alexander-Berlin is the one with the edge there. But he's got a little raiding party out there, and so far there's not much contested. So these guys are going to have a little bit of fun clearing up the eco that they can. They're probably going to run up here or up there. It looks like they're making a beeline right for up there, and the commander looks like he's charging forward as well. Well, if it's burning, I'm not noticing. I'm up in Northern Oregon, up in Portland, so whenever stuff happens, it's not really affecting us at all. I can't really speak for Southern or Central Oregon. Alright, we have some Aurora tanks just popping down that commander from afar. Not really doing too much damage, but they're having a great job tickling. Alexander-Berlin is going for a gun upgrade and actually can afford it quite well with the current energy eco, so very good energy balance for him. Well, I say that, he's currently floating about 200 energy per second, so maybe it's not quite that great. Looks like he's definitely suffering for mass there, but we can see the eco really strongly in favor of Alexander. That early aggression there has pretty much been crippling all opportunities. It looks like maybe he's got T2, or maybe he's just getting reclaim that's currently boosting this up. Hey, do I have a bounty out now? Let me tell you, I feel so very excited. I'm a wanted man. Alright, we got some interceptors chasing these guys down. It looks like, despite the fact that Alexander-Berlin had a slight interceptor advantage to begin with, he didn't have quite a good attack, and they're all getting picked off. Hey, man. Pumps your llama there. Is, you know what they say about llamas, they're jerks. They can't help themselves. We try not to judge. Anyway, so we got ourselves some Aurora tanks running around, having some fun. Up in the back, the SAMs are doing a little bit of a run by back there, so those guys should be able to get a nice little bit of eco damage done. But they've got a long way to go. The Rev does, before he catches up to Alexander-Berlin, who is currently chasing down the commander, perhaps. In fact, he could go for it. The commander is completely out of position. Let's remember that Alexander-Berlin has the gun upgrade. That is the Aeon gun upgrade, which is only... to get range? He increased the range, so he can essentially just shoot this commander down with 0 retribution whatsoever. So he's got his units in there. He really needs to focus that commander down. And he pretty much wins this game right here. Does he have radar in his group, actually? Yes, one of his units is a scout, so as long as he keeps that scout alive, he can pretty much just chase after the commander, and that's pretty much a win right there. Well, let's just go ahead and assess and see how that goes throughout the match. That commander's already down to 7,000 health, so Alexander-Berlin definitely looking pretty strong there. He's chasing that commander down. I could just imagine the Rev sweating right now. Not to mention the fact that in the midst of all this, he's still denying the Rev these bits of eco. Although he's also lost all the eco on the top there, so could definitely be sending out some engineers to try reclaiming this stuff. He's missing out on a lot of eco right here. That is currently 6 plus, let's just go ahead and label this 3. So that's currently 9 easily accessible mass points there. That's 18 mass per second Alexander-Berlin can have right now. That was a beautiful overcharge. He's got some bombers hurriedly trying to do some damage to the commander, but it's not quite that great. And actually, Alexander Berlin stopped charging forward with his commander, giving the Rev a chance to continue escaping. How's his range so far? Oh yeah, he's out of range and also has lost his scouts. His land scouts, that is. So he's lost a bead on the commander. Oh my goodness, 100, 200. Oh, it's 27 health. Oh man, but he survives by the skin of his teeth. Alright here. Llama sending out some llama language here. I'm actually not quite sure what it is, but you know what? Translate will tell me. So he's going to continue charging down there. And he's charging in there. Alright, now if I googled and it told me. So we got the Rev up in there. So we got him charging in there. So pretty much all Alexander has to do is charge forward just a little bit, and he is going to do a wonderful job on that commander. Come on, Alexander. But it looks like the Rev here is not content to simply wait and accept his demise. He's going to go ahead and suicide. And just like that, Alexander Berlin takes the win. That was kind of nice match there. Really seeing the advantage that some early aggression can have. Throws opponents off. The Rev looked like he had a slightly better expansionist kind of vibe going on there. His eco was better for just a little bit there, but Alexander Berlin just started getting that spam out so much better, shutting that down, and then from there, it was just kind of a slow defeat for the Rev, and that gun upgrade really helped cement it home, and the Rev was no more. So hope y'all enjoyed that. That was a fun little match. Farce in the Forest, Alexander Berlin taking the win. I've been your host, Alexander Berlin, and I'll see you on the other side.